All right. Test, test,
Test.
test, test.
Central, your favorite TV stars are hot and ready for action in the wildest competition ever. They're sharing all the thrills and taking all the spills in the all-new Battle of the Network Stars at 8/7 Central. Thursday.
2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. In this corner, we have the Silver Fox. He is the stat man, Brian Fisher. And the lesser-known corner, we have the drunk, the grump, the unfortunate soul, Zeddy Old Dean. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final segment of the program. In our main event, Brian, this is your deal. This is your idea. Why don't you explain to us this battle that is about to happen?
Yes, I saw this question on X that somebody had posed. No, it wasn't even on X. Excuse me. I'll take that back. It was in a Facebook group, Geeks Are Us. I give the guy full credit, Seth Weiner, just a guy in this group on Facebook I'm in.
Thank you, Seth.
He posed a question about the battle of the network stars. So this was if you're not familiar with this, this was a crazy idea of television back when this is pre-cable days, where they had the three back to the three networks. Fox was not around yet. ABC, CBS, and NBC. And they brought in actors and actresses that played on shows on those networks, and they had them compete in various legit looking events, like track and field type events and different
camp
things.
Camp events.
Yeah, camp events, right? Tug of war, sack races, shit like that. But they were out there, running around and trying and competing, and some of it got pretty serious at times. And you had people like the great Howard Cosell, former announcer and stuff, hosting these things. So it was really wild, wacky television at the time. But I watched that several times. Back then you have limited choices on television. But I always thought that was kind of neat to see those actresses and actresses.
I mean, at a certain point, you could watch Jamie Farr, Klinger from MASH, go against the helicopter driver from Magnum PI.
Sure. Yeah, you never know who's going to be on there.
I don't even remember his fucking name. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like it was, it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, nutty. You got to see some actresses in the short. It was crazy stuff. Anyway, so we talked offline, Dean. We thought it'd be fun to do this here. So you want to explain the rules here, sir?
Okay. So we're gonna have TV stars from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Mm-hmm. We're gonna break this up because of our generational gap. Mm-hmm. Brian is going to take these 60s and 70s TV stars. Mm-hmm. Again, given that they're from the era they are from the networks, ABC, NBC, CBS. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to take 80s and 90s. I might move over, given my 90s situation, I might creep into another network. We'll see.
Yeah, and that's okay
because of the way that TV kind of evolved. We didn't get into streaming. That's why we kept it in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. We wanted to just at least stay on network TV. So we're going to do that. And networks of what did you call it? The Battle of the Network Stars had four 4 men, 4 women.
Mhm.
We're idiots, just like our Mount Rushmore. We don't know what we're doing, so we're choosing 5.
Mm-hmm.
5 men,
Yep.
5 women from our respective 20-year gap.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are going to compete in tug of war. They're going to compete in obstacle courses, gauntlets, whatever sort of. And again, we're not focusing on the games themselves.
Correct.
We want to focus on the actors from this era and these shows who we think would help us and benefit in winning our competition and why.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
let's start. Since I just talked way too much, Brian, you start. You can start men or women. I'm going to leave that choice up to you. Who are you going to start with for your team from the 60s and 70s TV stars?
You want to do like all women one at a time, then men, or go back and forth? How do you want to do this?
Let's go. What do you think? Let's honestly, both would work. Let's go man, woman.
Okay.
Because
Right.
I have them written side by side, so I can go crisscross and go man, woman.
Let's do that.
So
Okay,
first round men, second round woman.
Okay, so we'll do one at a time men, and then one at a time women. Okay.
Your first round men, I'll do my men. You do women, I'll do my women.
Okay. I'm going to start with then. This guy is going to compete in anything well, I believe. But if you do a tug of war, you better fucking forget about it, because I'm going to give you the original Hulk, the great Lou Ferrigno from the 1970s Hulk television show. Not the Hulk himself.
I thought you were
going to Lou Ferrigno, who played the Hulk, but he was obviously a very big, huge man.
He was like only second to Arnold Schwarzenegger in that era.
That's right.
But I actually thought you were going to go Dave Banner. What's his name?
Oh, Bill Bixby?
I'm like, well, that's who we're starting with. No, but Lou Ferrigno is a great first choice.
Don't make Bill Bixby angry, though. God damn it.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
Lou Ferrigno.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So I have to match that. I have to match that power, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going from the 80s and 90s, who in the hell would match second to only Arnold Schwarzenegger? Well, fuck. You go no other than Mr. T himself.
Ah, yeah. There you go.
Come on. Mm-hmm. Come on, baby.
That's a good one.
Mr. T, the headliner of WrestleMania 1 with Hulk Hogan? Come on, man.
Mm-hmm. That's
Mr.
a good one.
T is my number 1.
Very good. Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
So round 2, Brian, female. Who you got?
I'm going to start with Wonder Woman herself, the beautiful, talented Linda Carter, also athletic.
That's true.
I mean, she, it's on the show. If you watch the original one, and you can find it on Max, the original series, by the way, which I'm not. I need to go back and watch some of that. It'd be interesting to see how it holds up. But she was athletic.
Get your jazz cabbage ready.
Sure, I'm sure. No, but I think Linda Carter would be able to compete in a lot of events with running or whatever it is. She was in good shape. Still in great shape even today. So
are
Linda
any
Carter,
of the events being shot at with bullets where she could deflect?
Sure, I don't know, but all I know is someone's in the slow motion. That's all I know.
Well, there's a lot of slow motion that worked for that show.
That's right.
All right, so my number 2, I'm gonna stick with comic books.
Okay,
but it's not the end of the comic books that you're thinking. I'm going the 1990s. I'm going Lois Lane. I'm going Terry Hatcher.
Sure. Yeah.
From the Lois and Clark series.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said, and I've said in previous podcasts that we've done, that she is in one of my favorite movies as a youth, cool surface.
Mhm.
You know, you want to see it, check it out. You got some stuff showing. She was one of my favorite actresses from the 90s. She played a strong, headstrong
Mhm.
Lois Lane, as she should have been. Terry Hatcher is my first pick in my female category.
Fabulous. Number 2, let's see, my man, the Bionic Man himself,
Well, sure. Yeah.
Lee Majors. Come on. Right. I'm not suggesting that Lee Majors himself was bionic. However, the guy played the Bionic Man. He could run. He could jump.
Mhm.
He could fucking compete with Bigfoot, for crying out loud.
Right.
Right. So
We're going to stick with the wrestling theme. Who
Yep.
was portrayed? Andre the Giant was in the suit of Bigfoot in $6 million Man.
That's right. It's actually 2. One of them was Andre the Giant. Bigfoot made a return, played by the guy that played Lurch on the Addams Family.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
Yeah, Lee Majors.
Great choice.
Yes.
All right. So my number 2 gentleman
Mhm.
needs no introduction except you just say mustache from the 80s, and you know this gentleman
Yes, indeed.
is Magnum PI himself, Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
The sexiest man of 1980s. Tom Selleck. With the mustache and the hair and the hairy chest, and you have the Hawaiian shirts. God damn, Tom Selleck. I'm gonna shake your hand and smell it later.
Absolutely. I've never once thought about getting a reverse mortgage until I saw Tom Selleck.
That's right. Yeah, I can't wait to be old.
Oh my god!
I did see.
You know,
I'm gonna
I did
fucking do it. Fucking Magnum tells me.
That's right. I did see that the other day. That was a fucking bummer. But hey, it happens to everybody.
It is time.
Still a handsome
Time
man.
will catch up with us all.
Still a handsome man. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Very
but you're
handsome.
Right. In the 80s, you're right. He was. Yeah, absolutely.
The epitome of man.
I agree. No man should be able to wear shorts that short and look good in them, and he was fine. No problem.
Oh, he pulled it off.
Oh yeah, no
That's
problem.
Right.
Yep. All right, so my first 2 were from the 70s, Dean.
Yep.
No, excuse me. I got to give you another woman.
You need a female in round 2.
Yeah. We just talked about her. We just honored her. Suzanne Somers. Right? Now, back in the 70s, I wouldn't say that she was necessarily, looked like she would run a 100-yard dash necessarily. I'd like to see it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But she was always in good shape and athletic, and certainly we know she went on to become prominent, as you talked about at length, and it made a name for herself in the exercise business and so forth. So, and for many reasons, I want to put Suzanne Somers on my team. I think she would compete just fine as her 70s self.
Very good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go. Yep.
All right. My round 2 female is going to be the Slayer herself, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, good one.
I mean, her husband being the Jedi and fucking everything that he does. He is a shadow. He is nothing compared to his beautiful, strong, independent wife, Sarah Michelle Gellar. She has killed angels and fucking spikes and everything you can imagine. And really, on a side note, if don't sleep on that show. Buffy the Vampire Slayer was, some of the episodes they did was goddamn revolutionary. She's a great actress. The show was fucking amazing. Don't sleep on that shit. That's a great show. She is terrific, and I will take her fucking pulling down ropes and doing backflips all day against any team.
There you go.
So
Awesome.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I like it. Okay, now I'm going back to the 60s. Actually, this actor had popular shows, more popular in the 60s, but he made a name for himself in the 60s and the 70s on the shows The Wild Wild West and Baba Black Sheep, respectively. Robert Conrad.
Good fucking pick.
Robert Conrad
Nice.
just looked like he could just kick your ass.
He was just a man. Like
Yeah.
when men were men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Good call.
Great shape. Yeah, great shape, tough guy. Yeah, there you go. If you don't know who Robert Conrad is, look him up and let him steely blue eyes stare right into you.
Man or a woman, fucking Google that shit and masturbate. You're good.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. My number 3 for the men's side, because you know me, if you've listened to this show, you know my affinity and my love for Night Court.
Uh-huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no much more of a man, the suave man from the 1980s, than is John Larroquette. Dan Fielding from Night Court. He is doing it today. Still, he looks amazing. He was what just the dickhead, suave 80s, arrogant prick should have been. But you know, he will find a way to win whatever event comes along his way. Am I mixing him up with Dan Fielding, the character? Sure, I don't give a shit. I just want John Larroquette on my team.
Sure.
Just so I can high-five him when he beats your ass.
He'll convince you that you lost somehow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay, the next one I have is my next woman on my list. I have to give you a Charlie's Angel from the 70s here. Not the one you might think. Maybe not even the second one you might think. I'm going to give you Kate Jackson.
Oh, wow.
From Charlie's Angel. I think Kate Jackson looked
that's a pull.
The most athletic of the three women. Beautiful woman.
Yep.
And certainly she went on to star in other shows. I think it was The Scarecrow and Mrs. King or something like that in the 80s when she was on. But she got her start as Charlie's Angel. And if I had to pick one of the angels as an athletic competition, in an athletic competition, give me Kate Jackson.
Because, like, ultimately, if you were to pick one of the three to, like, actually protect you, she would be it.
That's it. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right. All three are badasses on the show and everyone they brought in, but she just strikes me as the most athletic. That's it.
I get that.
Yep.
All right. I've heard that I harp on things too much and I linger longer. I don't care. I'm going to stick with Night Court. Ladies and gentlemen, my female number 3 is Markie Post.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
From dealing with scumbags in the night courts of New York City to dealing with the fall guy. Markie Post with that hair and that body. Jesus Christ. Markie Post will always be my number 1, but as of this list, she's my number 3.
Sure. Love it. Very good. Next guy. I'm going with Punch. The great Eric Estrada.
Nice.
From Chips. Yeah. Eric Estrada, I'm sure in the 70s was on many a wall of a young woman.
And you know he did this actual show, probably, right?
I'm sure he probably did.
I have to assume.
He had to have. Yeah. He had to have done an actual Battle Network star.
And with Jamie Farr from MASH and just fucking tearing it up.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, Eric Estrada from Chips. There you go. Guy, just looked like a guy that could compete in any type of camp event, whatever it was. Yeah, so
even today he could probably do it.
Yeah, this guy's in good shape. Absolutely. Why not? There you go.
All right. My number 4 gentleman. I switches one around because, like, I had one guy, but I put him as an alternate. I'm going the ultimate man, the relief pitcher of relief pitchers.
Yes.
Mayday Malone, Ted Danson from Cheers.
Good one.
That dude, like we said about Eric Estrada, that dude today could still fucking go.
Oh, sure.
We could all be so lucky to. I don't know how old he is now, and I don't care because he is timeless. Ted Danson is a star and a fit star at that, and he will bring my team to glory. Ted Danson.
Absolutely. Great choice. Great choice. Okay, I have my next female on the list. You have to go with. I guarantee. I know this actress was athletic. The character she played was one of the most athletic female characters on television. Played Batgirl in the original Batman TV series. Yvonne Craig.
Nice.
So, guarantee Yvonne Craig could compete in any goddamn camp sport you throw out. Yvonne Craig going to do just fine. But she could play Batgirl. She could play any of these sports. Well,
she played Get It Up. I know that.
Absolutely, sure.
All right, my next female, I'm gonna have to cross out because, like, I think given these 20 years we wouldn't have overlap, but we did.
Really?
Yep. Because fucking Three's Company lasted from the early 70s to the 80s, and then step by step. So Suzanne Summers was on my list, so I'm going to give her to you.
She could represent different. She could represent different decades.
I have somebody else to replace her. That's why I have alternates.
Okay.
And this one's kind of fun. I'm gonna go only because I want to see her do it in character. I want to see Mama's Family and her do all of these fucking Vicki Lawrence.
Sure.
I love Vicki Lawrence, not only from Mama's Family, but the Carol Burnett show. One of the funniest fucking females, on TV ever. But I want her to be in the Mama Harper gear from Mama's Family doing my events. Only for the gimmick, because she's one of the most talented women to have been on television through those decades. So Vicki Lawrence, Mama.
Very good. Very good. All right, my last man on my top 5 here. Definitely the most fittest man on the island, and the smartest man that he played on the island, Gilligan's Island, that is. So Russell Johnson, who played the professor, on Gilligan's Island. So Russell Johnson was on some great Twilight Zone episodes, also in the '60s. We watched the one with the time travel one when we hung out.
That was the John Wilkes Booth one.
That's correct. Yeah. That's correct. So, this Russell, he just strikes me as, again, handsome man, athletic dude. He can go out there and compete in these games.
He can hold himself. Like, if he fist fought you, like he's not going to beat you senseless, but he's going to hold his own.
Absolutely.
And give you a fight.
Absolutely. Russell Johnson.
Nice choice.
That's my 5 dudes. Go ahead.
All right, my 5th dude simply is timeless. This man has been not only in every fucking generation of TV shows, but every generation of movies, been in the most iconic movies, been in now some of the most iconic podcasts. Literally. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Lowe will fill out my final gentleman's bracket.
Really good.
In the
Yep.
90s, he was in The West Wing. So there you go.
That's right. Yep. That's
So
right.
he counts in the TV shows, and he was on for many, many seasons.
Yeah.
So the fit, very fit, and health conscious,
Yeah.
and if you listen to the podcast, very down to earth.
Yeah.
Rob Lowe.
Yeah, him and like John Stamos are eerily, and Paul Rudd. They're like those guys that
Yep.
just like don't seem to age. They slow down their
See
aging.
if we found out that all three of them are just variants of each other.
Could be. Could be.
I like
Could be
this
vampires. You never know.
Ooh, I like this.
Mm-hmm. No, good choice. All right, my fifth woman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She was definitely athletic even on the show that she was on. And if you would happen to have a fencing competition, you better fucking forget it, because Carolyn Jones, who played Morticia Adams, rounds out my top 5 females.
Very nice.
Yes, indeed.
All right. My fifth and final female. I get the 90s, so it's kind of unfair. I apologize, Brian, because like you have Morticia.
You give me fucking Zap or somebody?
Zap. God damn it. I have Zeta, the goddamn warrior princess.
Oh, hell yeah.
Lucy Lawless.
Yeah. There you go.
The queen of like 90s action TV.
No, that's great. That's a great one.
I mean, loved by men and women all over.
Yes, absolutely. All right, great. I think that's our top.
We do.
That's our starters. Okay. You want to recap your teams? Go ahead.
All right. Recapping. I have for the men, Mr. T, Tom Selleck, John Larroquette, Ted Danson, and Rob Lowe.
Very good.
And coming up on the women's side, Terry Hatcher, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Marky Post, and Vicki Lawrence.
Very good.
Oh, and Lucy Lawless. I'm sorry.
Lucy Lawless. Yep. Very good. Excellent. I have on the men's side Lou Ferrigno, Lee Majors, Russell Johnson, Robert Conrad, and Eric Estrada. On the women's team, I have Linda Carter, Suzanne Somers, Kate Jackson, Yvonne Craig, and Carolyn Jones. Good competition.
These are good teams.
Yes.
Now, Brian, do you have any alternates just in case any of those people get hurt?
I do, actually. Will you just rattle them off or one at a time?
No. Give me your guy. Yeah, we'll go back and forth again.
Okay.
Give me your guy.
Now, this guy also made a name for himself in the 70s and the 80s, arguably probably more famous in the 80s than the 70s show, but Dirk Benedict, who played Starbuck on the original Battlestar Galactic, of course, went on to play on the A team with Mr. T. Dirk Benedict.
Nice. Good call.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My first gentleman is I need somebody crafty. I need somebody who maybe isn't like the strongest or the fastest, but is crafty enough to know their way around like situations that might come up. So I'm going Al Borland from Home Improvement. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Karn is my alternate.
Okay.
Flannel and all.
Mm-hmm. Very good. One of my reserves, female reserves, again, she struck me too as smart, athletic, and definitely work her way around maintaining an island. Probably one of the smartest females, or the smartest female on the Gilligan's Island. Dawn Craig, who played Ginger on... No, Marianne. I said it wrong. She played Marianne. Dawn Craig played Marianne. Sorry.
I was going to say, I got a little confused.
Tina Louise played Ginger. Excuse me. Dawn Craig played Marianne. So Marianne, Dawn Craig from Gilligan's Island will be one of my reserves.
I was always more of a Marianne fan than a Ginger. So
Yeah.
I approve
Yes.
of this choice.
Yes.
All right. So my second alternate, Brian, this gentleman doesn't have, at least what you can see, athleticism, but he has spunk. He has the acting ability, and goddamn it, I'm just choosing him because I love him. I'm going John Goodman as my other alternate.
Very good. Excellent. This guy here is on one of my favorites. It only lasted 2 seasons. Season 1, terrific, a lot of fun. Season 2 went off the rails, but I always loved him on the show. Again, same type of deal. Funny, crafty, and he was definitely 70s TV athletic, no question about it. The great Gil Gerard, who played Buck Rogers in the 25th Century.
That's a good choice.
Give me Gil Gerard.
Well done.
The best side part, one of the best side parts on television ever. God damn it!
Right?
If you have a competition of who had the best side part, haircut,
hands down.
Yeah, he's gonna make a run at it.
Yep, nobody wins.
Yep.
All right, so where am I at? My female, my last female here. Well, of course, it's no question. She's worked from TV in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and probably in the 90s. And she even held down a goddamn cantina in the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yep.
Who else better to have as an alternate who would kick ass when needed? God damn it, I'm talking about B. Arthur, baby.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. B. Arthur.
Yeah. Probably winning an arm wrestling competition.
Hell yeah.
You know, something.
It's hard to like, pull an arm over when I have an erection. So
yep. A cigarette right in your eye. Cigarette smoke, probably.
I hope so.
Yep.
And take it all from her.
Another one from the 60s. Another female made my reserve list here. And again, beautiful, smart, looked like she was athletic as well. And definitely on the 60s rerun television shows, one that was like, as a kid, really, was like, hey, again, it made me understand that women are neat. The beautiful Barbara Eden, I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah.
And again, still today, great shape. Looks like she's in great shape.
I mean, she'd make all my dreams come true. I'll tell you that.
That's right. There you go. Any others?
No, that's my alternates. That's my team. I'm good.
Okay.
You?
I'll mention real quick. Now these were not net. So I had these are not network, like local networks. So I kind of kept them as more reserves. I mentioned these are more of like I think
is
BBC.
Superhost gonna be one of these?
No, I think they're both BBC shows. But Diana Rigg, who played in the TV show The Avengers. This is had nothing to do with the Marvel Avengers. This is called The Avengers.
I'm not familiar.
And she went on to play Teresa Bond in On Her Majesty's Secret Service and James Bond movie. Great actress. Just kicked ass on the show. They made a movie version of The Avengers, which I don't think did that great. But anyway, definitely a kick-ass actress. And one more Mayo from I think it was a BBC show, The Saint, who also went on to be James Bond, my favorite James Bond growing up, the great Roger Moore. Give me a young Roger Moore from the 60s.
That's a good choice. Yeah. You can't beat it.
No, he's going to compete. There you go.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see these games. That'd be fun.
I think it'd be good, solid games. I mean, neither of us had Jamie Farr from MASH, but
nope.
Maybe next time.
Yep. Maybe next time. Well, Dean, We've done it.
I don't know
We've made
about
it
you,
to,
but I'm pretty sure we solved the world's problems.
yet again. Absolutely. We've made it to another Nick-less episode.
Yep.
Yep.
It was rough, but we did it.
That's right. That's right. So, and one more thing, that's it might be rough if we don't mention our final sponsor. By the way, it'd be rough for them because every time we don't mention them, it's like their business. Scott told us it drops 84% in appointments.
That's a lot.
Every week that we don't mention them, so we better mention them to make sure that they stay in business.
It'd just be unfair not to.
That's right. Golden Heart Tattoo. If you're looking to get some great tattoo artwork, look them up on Facebook at Golden Heart Norton, Norton, here in the Northeast Ohio area. Find them online, goldenhearttattoos.com, or give them a call at 234-706-2982.
We wouldn't mention it if we didn't use it.
That's correct. A lot of work from Scott and his partners there. I'm going back soon. Go check them out. Matter of fact, ride your electric bike from RPM Bike Shop. And before you do any of that, get yourself insured by Blake Insurance.
Sure.
Absolutely. So, just make sure all of our sponsors are taken care of.
Let me give this a run, Brian.
Yeah,
real
please.
Quick. I cannot do what Nick or you do, but ladies and gentlemen, find us on all the social media accounts.
Yes.
You do your Twitters and you do your X. What? X. You do your Facebooks. You do your Instagrams. You do your YouTubes. Come on. You want to see these faces? Of course you do. Come see us on the YouTubes. How old are we, right? YouTube. And find us on our website.
ConvincingIdiots.wordpress.com.
Yep. And the link tree, just type in Convincing Idiots link tree. You'll find us. You'll get us. Tell your mom, tell your girlfriend. But don't tell your mom about your girlfriend. Do all that. Find us. Enjoy us. Rate, review, subscribe. Honestly, everybody, we appreciate every one of you the last 3 years. We appreciate everybody who has listened and watched us. We appreciate it more than you can even imagine. But please continue. It helps us out. It helps us grow. Come on. We don't want to actually work for a living. We want to do this. So the more you watch us and listen, the more it leads to us like doing this for a living. All right? Hey, come on. But again, all seriousness, thank you, one and all. It is to take a little bit of our lives and give you joy for at least 20 minutes. Honestly, it is an honor and a privilege. So we thank you. Brian.
Can't add any more than that. We appreciate your support, and we hope to see you back next week.
Hi, this is Millennial Nick, along with Gen X Brian and Zennial Dean. Hey, if you liked that video, which we really hope you did, you should like and subscribe. That would be great.
Ham gravy.
Ultimate Avengers with our main event. We're going to talk about the Ultimate Avengers of the network stars. All of the network stars, we're going to put them together from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and we're going to put them. That was fucked. It's like the second sentence in, I'm just fucking fighting.